Hey, how's it going today? I sure hope you're ready to have some super easy fun. The simplicity and the awesomeness of this stitch is going to amaze you no matter what level you're at. I have these, made into some wonderful hand mitts because I oftentimes will work in the tack season, and I really like these for cushioning on, cushioning the desk and at home too, because it's cold in the morning when you're doing all your, your laptop work and stuff. This particular yarn is called Hometown or Hometown USA by Lion Brand, and this is a super bulky size 6, comes in 81 yards. All right, it's 100% acrylic and really super soft. The hooks I used, I used one. I use for this particular thickness of yarn 11.5 millimeter size P, and it comes in this really nice package here. I'm not sure how much this costs, but it's not very much, maybe between $7 and $9, and you get all 4 in a nice little package. All right, let's see. It's good for hats, backpacks, clutch purses, and one of the reasons it's really good for backpacks and purses is because it's super dense. It's not like double thick, but it's just a really dense stitch, just because, we've got fat yarn here. So, if you don't have bulky or super bulky yarn, though, you can just use 2 strands of, like 4-ply, maybe 3 if you have like some DK laying around. You can use 3 strands of that. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next scene with whatever chain size you have. I have a skinny wrist, so if you want to follow my pattern, I used a chain of 17. All right, I'll see you guys in just 1 second. All right, so let's go ahead and join our chain. So you're just going to insert your hook into the top loop of your first chain there, just like this. Grab your working yarn and slip stitch it through, just like that. All right? And for the foundation row, you're just going to slip stitch in the top loop of each chain. Easy peasy. All right, and then once you're finished with, this is basically the foundation row. Once you're finished with this, I'll meet you right back over here, and we will do the next step for all of our other rounds. All right, so we're down to the very last, our last slip stitch, and then we have the space right here that's occupied by our chain, our first slip stitch. So what you're going to do is come into the front loop, okay? Just like this, and slip stitch only through the front loop from now on, all the way around, all right? So front loop, and you're going to want to do this loose. Don't make your stitches any tighter than they just form naturally. As you can see, I did my foundation a little snug. So the rest of the loops, you just want to pull them on. You don't want to do any additional tightening because it's going to, all of that looseness is going to be eaten up by each stitch continuing as you go up. All right, so just continue this method all the way up, and you're going to see your pattern start to form in just another row or 2, okay? All right, I'll see you guys in just a few minutes, or in just a few seconds, and we will do the thumb hole. And don't worry, this might kind of roll out as you're going about your project, but it's okay. We're going to fix that. It doesn't stay that way. It's just because of the thickness of the yarn, and we are doing slip stitch. So don't worry if this curls up a little bit or this comes out, okay? It's just okay, so we have our item worked up. Now I'm just making a small one for tutorial's sake here because I don't have a lot of this yarn left. So, but we're ready to make our thumb. So let's chain 4 or 5. Usually you don't need more than 5, especially with the chunky yarn. So I'm going to use a chain of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to skip 4. So I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to come into the front loop of the 5th one, okay, from here. And just continue right on around with your pattern. All right, and you'll do the same. When you get to over here, you'll grab these front loops and just keep right on going. Okay? All right, so I'll see you guys in just another second. Okay, so I have finished up as high as I'm going to go, and I've already snipped off my yarn. So I'm just going to thread my needle, and if you have another method of doing this, this is just, one way that I show how to do it to keep your project, pretty even looking. All right, so go ahead and snip your yarn off wherever you ended, and just insert it into the next stitch, and then back into the stitch that you were just finishing. Okay, and then this way, it's just nice and even. It's one round. You don't have to figure out anything else from here. And then go ahead and weave that in and snip it off. All right. Next, what you do to the top, you're also going to use the same technique for the bottom. If you would like more in-depth directions on doing the bottom, you can check the video link below, but I am going to show you how to finish off the top here really quick. Okay, so in any stitch, wherever you want to start, you're going to do, let's see, just simple slip stitch all the way around. That's it, and we'll join the row in just one. Okay, so I finished up my last stitch, and we're just going to come right over into the first slip stitch that we made for this row. Insert your needle just like that. Hold your item, and make that last stitch right there. And just like before, go ahead and weave your threads in and tie off. Alright, I hope you guys are digging these really awesome beginner patterns. I mean, super easy. Big chunky yarn. Goes by fast. Alright, thanks for hanging out with the Crochet Lady. I'll chit chat with you guys in the real near future. Peace out.